It's Friday, so that means we do a top five. And this week we're going to do 5 movies that I watched over the last 12 months that I think you should check out. In April of 2023, I set a goal to start watching one new movie a month. Because for a majority of my 20s and 30s, I was not a big movie person. But things have really snowballed. Movies are now a huge part of my life. I quickly surpassed that goal of one. Woo! And I've watched over 600 new movies since I set that goal.
Oh.
And so every year now at the end of March, to coincide with that 12-month period, I like to suggest some movies that I think people should check out that didn't quite make my top 10 for the year, but that I still genuinely love. At number 5, I have Pieces of April. This is from 2003. This movie poster does not do this movie justice. I feel like this makes it seem like it's going to be something else entirely. But this is such a heartfelt story about a family that is getting together for Thanksgiving. Katie Holmes is a bit of a black sheep, but she's going to be hosting this time. So in this movie, you watch her stress throughout the day trying to get everything ready, while her family stresses out about getting there. And you have these two stories running in parallel, with some obvious anxiety on both sides about seeing each other. And you get to watch how that culminates at the end. And it is just a really, really heartwarming story. At number 4, I have Snack Shack. This is from 2024, and it's a coming-of-age story about two friends who buy a snack shack at the local pool and then decide to run that for the summer so that they can make a bunch of money. I've been saying for a while that I think we are in a golden era of coming-of-age stories, and I think this slots right in there and continues that trend. It takes place in the 90s, and I feel like it captures that era pretty perfectly. It's really funny, surprisingly heartbreaking at times, and just a perfect watch if you're looking for something just generally fun to check out. At number 3, I have Monster. This is from 2023 and it's from one of my favorite directors. And it focuses on a pair of best friends who are going through some turmoil at school. But this is a Rashomon-style movie, in that you get to watch the same thing happening from multiple perspectives. And so just when you think you understand what's actually going on, you get to see it from an entirely new angle and it completely changes the story. This movie is heart-wrenching, it's dreamy, and it is just a worthwhile journey. At number 2, I have Chopping Mall. This is from 1986. It focuses on a group of friends who sleep over at the mall one night. But at this mall, they have recently hired robot security. So things get out of hand, it gets overly violent, and it's just a really fun ride. I've grown a real soft spot for movies like this, those B-movie, cheesy horror type things. But this one sits at the top for me. I think everybody should dip their toe in this genre at least once. And so if you're going to do it, check out this one. It has everything that it needs to have. And finally, I have American Movie. This is actually a documentary about a guy who's trying to make his own movie. And documentaries for me can be pretty hit or miss, but there is just a charm about this that I couldn't deny. There's an aspect to it that definitely feels a little exploitative, but the passion that exudes from him is undeniable. You cannot help but just root for this guy. And his best friend is just so lovable. So these are 5 movies I think you should check out. Let me know if you have any movies you think I should check out in the comments. Be sure to like this video. Any engagement really helps my reach with these. Follow along so you can see more top 5 lists and other movie reviews like this. I'll be back next week with my top 5 international films. See you then, and take care.